Hi, this is George Alger, and welcome to another segment of Our Ventura TV. Today we're going to be talking about a nonprofit founded here in Ventura called Music and Art for Youth. And with me is a director of the group, St. Pierre, and one of his members, Antonio. Let's start with you, St. Pierre. Just tell me a little bit about yourself and the group, and Antonio.
Thank you, George, for having us today. I'd just like to say that the Music and Art for Youth came out of birth at the Wave in Ventura, and it was formulated through a experience that I had personally in my life, and it was a near-death experience. And when I came to, I found myself after a motorcycle accident with some pretty serious things going wrong, that I had come back to life in some sort and seen a light and somehow felt such a draw toward helping the next generation. And that's the way that this nonprofit was born, to help performing artists and visual artists kids get a start. These are needy kids, and they have their start by having private instruction, mentors, professional mentors in art supplies, guitars, bass, whatever their art form is. And that's what Music and Art for Youth is. We supply student scholarships for needy kids 9 to 19 years old.
Beautifully said, and what a dramatic beginning here. Wow, how it was conceived. But introduce Antonio.
Yes, Antonio's been with us for 3 years, and he has several pieces that he has completed in artwork. He has sold several pieces, and they say that, you know, once an artist sells, and he has sold in our concert art shows, we've had ongoing exhibits each month that Antonio's been involved with, and he has had a lot of encouragement toward being a professional artist like I believe he's destined to be.
And the relationship here is that he derived a scholarship from your group, is that correct?
Yes, he did.
So, Antonio, how did you meet St. Pierre and this group?
So when I was in 5th grade, I was in class. I wouldn't really do much good in academics, so I would draw most of the time, and my teacher saw that I would always draw, so she knew about this website, Music and Arts for Youth, and had recommended me to join and sent an email to St. Pierre. And she told me about it. I got excited about it, so within a week I drew 20 drawings and sent them in.
Nice. So tell us a little bit about this scholarship program.
Well, yes, and in the case of Antonio, you know, that was part of his portfolio. And as he spoke, Laura Newman, his elementary grades teacher, had nominated him on our website, along with 2 other gifted boys in the class that were also artistic. However, we only had 1 scholarship at the time, and Antonio was the recipient of that scholarship. And that scholarship got him off to a good start with a professional teacher in Ventura, and now Antonio is starting with his 4th teacher, as a matter of fact, Art City, Ramon Bean, and Elaine Bryant. And he is studying under a master over at Art City. That started a couple weeks ago.
Nice. Now, I think you were mentioning earlier in the show, or before the show, that you've even supplied him with painting equipment and supplies.
That is correct. In Antonio's case, the scholarships are both visual arts and also performing arts. And so the scholarship provides not only the private instructor sessions, it's not just throwing the kids in art classes and these kinds of art lessons and these kinds of things that are available out there, but actually private professional instructors, because Antonio is extraordinarily gifted. And the easels, he has giant easels, and also lighting that we've set up in his home, and paint supplies, acrylics, oil-based paint brushes, everything that he needs to actually continue his journey being a professional artist.
Good. And I want to ask you a little bit more about the scholarship, but I'd also like to show some of the work that Antonio has created. And here is one. Antonio, I wonder if you might be able to comment on this.
So this is one of my I think my second painting is when I started painting. So this is my first painting with the acrylic paint, and I did this when I was 11. So this is one of my first actual like masterpieces.
Okay, nice. And we have another one here as well. And maybe you could comment on this one.
This one I did when I was when I'm did this not too long ago. It's like a couple months back, but this also I think my fourth painting I made.
Great, and then of course you've done a lot of sketches as well.
Yeah.
All right, super. Now, St. Pierre's, I wonder if you could speak a little bit more about how you determine who is going to receive the scholarship.
We are a 501c3 with a board of directors. That's a nonprofit, and donations come in. They're deductible, for taxes and these kinds of things. As far as the scholarships go, anyone can nominate a really gifted kid on our website, which is Music and Art for Youth. And so there's a pretty simple process. There are just a few questions. The nominee, basically gives their contact information and the student's information, and then the student then plays a part in putting together his own portfolio with a sample of whatever art would be available, or a recording if it would be a performing artist or a musician type artist. And so it's basically a simple process that we go through. We made it easy so that people could actually go on the website and nominate without a whole lot of forms and different things to fill out. And then, of course, that portfolio and the interview, the personal interview with the potential nominee kid artist, would then come before the board of directors and speak with them and determine, of course, the financial need or the needy part of that scholarship. So that's what the process basically entails.
Good. And since this is pertinent to kids, how do you define that? What are the ages?
Well, good question, George. Our kids in our bylaws range from 9 to 19, and we changed that from 18 just recently to accommodate one of our other students that had turned 18, and there seemed to be a little bridge gap there before college, at the end of high school, but not quite at college. So our board felt that it was in the best interest of even our current students to offer the scholarships available from the time they turn 9 to 19.
Good. Antonio, I wonder if you could maybe comment on how this scholarship has impacted your life.
So when I started, I was obviously excited, but I also didn't have much to do at home because I wouldn't do any sports. So now I kind of have something to do besides just like watching TV and playing video games. But now I just do paintings, sketches, and things like that.
Good. Now, do you sort of set goals for yourself, like so many that you're trying to do a month or a week or something like that?
So we kind of had like to practice before I started on this new painting. So we had to have a goal with at least 2 like paintings, and I had to at least do 4 or 2 within a couple of months to practice.
Okay, good. And then you have some events, I believe you had mentioned.
Yes, along with them, many people in Ventura probably will recognize, because we also have TV shows that have aired here at CAPS and other places, concert art shows, so that we have performing artists and also the visual artists in one show. Literally every concert is an art show. And so we surround the music with visual arts, not only the kid artists that we have at scholarship. That's the main reason that we have the shows, is to raise money for the nonprofit. But we also have agreements with professional artists that are also involved. A lot of the instructors, so forth, have their art exhibited each and every month.
Wow, okay. And what do you envision as some next steps for the organization?
Well, pretty easy. We have some additional scholarships and would encourage people to go to our website if they know a musician kid, performing kid that just has an extraordinary talent. I suppose we should call it talent at that stage, which is an undeveloped stage of a gift or skill, or a visual artist, a little painter, sketcher like Antonio. We knew with our training that we have and our vision that we have, the extraordinary kid is going to get that scholarship. And we have two that we have ready to give away right now to the right person.
Good. And then how often do you give these away? Is it, or how often do you give them away? I guess I'll just leave that to you.
Well, we just finished in 2014, and we usually gave away, I should say awarded the scholarships, probably an average of 6, and our goal is to be up at least 10 this year.
Okay.
And so it's a goal that goes accordingly with the donations and the contributions that will come in, because that's what supports all of this work. It takes a lot of money to buy the materials and to actually pay the instructors. We don't believe that the instructors should give their instruction away for nothing. So I believe that paying, the instructors for these kids.
Good. And what is the geographical zone that encompasses the kids that are eligible for the awards?
We've had calls with the internet and the Google searches. We have had calls all the way from Florida, and we've actually awarded scholarships to Santa Barbara kids, and mostly Ventura, but in Antonio's case, Oxnard. We currently have Newbury Park, Thousand Oaks area. So basically, we're here, and I think we can better serve the public education benefits, nonprofit, and the people that are donors to doing a more localized, so that we can utilize local instructors for these children.
Okay, good. Now we're just about out of time. I'm wondering if you could mention the website address again, where people could get more information as well as nominate people for the award, and if there's a summating message you'd like to convey to the viewers.
Okay, sure. The website is that's A-N-D, and musicandartforyouth.org. And basically that'll take you into our main website, which has pictures of our students, the awards that have gone out, everything like that. That there's a lot of information on that site available to the viewers, including how everything got started and what we intend for the future, and also our mission statement for kids like Antonio that will make it to professional level very soon.
Well, thank you very much, St. Pierre. Thank you very much, Antonio, and congratulations for your scholarship.
Thank you, George.
This is George Alger signing off for this segment of Our Ventura TV. Until we meet again.